Hey everybody, Sean here. Our studio is currently undergoing some renovations right now, so while we get some upgrades done, we're revisiting a script from a couple years back. Today, we're reissuing the Jonathan Gems penned classic, Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. Now, if you're a newer listener, this episode's going to be a little different than what you're used to. First, it has the original co-host, Trevor Thompson, who provided quite a different dynamic and tone to the show. But it is also the first time we had Kelly on the show, so hopefully it won't be too jarring a change. We'll be back with some exciting new content following this ad-free reissue of Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, so stay tuned. Until then, enjoy some Beetlejuice.
Lights, camera, action!
When a script is written that is so bad that no one will film it, two men will bring it to life just so they can mock it. This is Table Reads.
So the movie's kaput, which means your script ain't worth the buffalo shit on a nickel.
Table Reads. With Sean McBee and Trevor Thompson. With special guest, Kelly Leviay.
Welcome everybody to part fucking 7 of Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say.
We got this in one more episode, because we're gonna get through this, even if it kills us and makes us become
You're saying that
ghosts
like
ourselves.
it's therapy. We're gonna get through this now. We can do it if we just hope for the best. We'll be fine, you guys.
Hi, Kelly.
What's up?
Oh, we're gonna read a script.
Oh, wait, you guys do that?
A really bad script.
Dude, it's so bad. I mean, it's so bad that.
How bad is it?
Oh, actually, before I tell you that, I'll need a sweep.
Oh, okay. So we want to do the previously. Okay, I like how you set me up for like having to do it right away.
Previously on Table Reads.
There was a surf competition. I don't even feel like talking about anything else. But I mean, we ended on a surf competition. Like, you know, the kind of thing that they did on Mr. Ed and Happy Days.
There was an episode where Mr. Ed was on a surfboard.
There
blue
was.
screen shot. Or
Yes.
black screen in those days. Holy shit. By the way, just as a side note, do you have Twilight Zone in Plex?
No.
God fucking damn it, Sean. I'm so done.
You should watch Black Mirror.
I should?
You should.
Yes.
So good.
It's the 21st century
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
You know what it is I'm getting tired of Quantum Leap. I really am. I'm like, alright, I get it. I get it.
Okay, so hold on. Here's the deal.
There's a deal? Why is there always a deal with you?
The Dietzes are opening a hotel in Hawaii. The Beatniks are upset about it. Lydia has engaged the services of Beetlejuice to bioexercise her father, which involved her going to the netherworld where she had godlike powers.
And for some reason, he wants to marry her.
And she got Beetlejuice back his...
And she can sing and bring in tidal waves.
His thing, and she can call tidal
That's
waves
what you look
by
for.
singing.
That's what I look for in a wife, quite frankly.
And
She's gonna put a ring on it.
you know, Beetlejuice turned a Joshua tree into a girl named Cactus to distract her from Lydia's somewhat boyfriend, and there was a love quadrangle, but now she's a tree again, and Lydia tried to drown the boy by calling a wave at him, and then there was a surf competition, and that's where we are now.
You know what's amazing about that assessment that you just did? You actually make it sound interesting. Like, believe me, it's not. We have several episodes worth of proof, like 6 episodes worth of proof that this is a really boring fucking script. But like, as a description for the back of the box, that was like, I'd actually be like, yeah, I'd watch this. And it's so boring.
I think that says a lot about you as a person.
Yes, it does. I like a lot of schlock, and there's a lot of schlock in that description.
Also, this may come up later, but Otho knows that Beetlejuice is here and has recognized him.
And it's on
Otho's
fire.
burned to a crisp.
And so he got set on fire. Now he can't tell anybody.
And Lydia is under a
I'm
love spell.
flaming.
Yes, that's the part I forgot. Beetlejuice has cast a love spell on Lydia, so she's now in love with him and has told her father, who somehow didn't recognize Beetlejuice because he was wearing a Texan disguise, and going by the name Monty Exxon.
Oh my God.
So she's informed him that they're getting married.
Okay, I don't think this sounds good. It sounds good anymore. I'm back.
Monty Exxon.
Monty Exxon.
Jonathan Gems is the worst at naming things and people. Like, coming up with names is the worst. If Beetlejuice were not a pre-existing character, this guy would have named him Grossface Ghosty Man.
Yeah, I mean, because Monty Shell is just too on the nose.
Monty BP.
Monty BP.
Monty BP Exxon. Sheldon Exxon.
Oh my God. All right, so can we just get this over with?
Or just BP Exxon. That actually sounds more like a Texan oil magnet.
That's true.
BP Exxon here.
Anything else?
No.
Fade in.
Just a reminder, we are in the middle of a surf competition. And Chemo is rolling up to do his part. Exterior, beach, day. The beatniks applaud.
Yeah.
Chemo. Angle on, Beetlejuice swaggering up the beach to a smatter of local applause and big smiles.
How'd I do?
Brilliant.
English girl. Did we establish who she was before?
No, that's new.
I don't think she's been here.
Just a
before.
random...
Random English girl.
She's like Daniel. She just pops in, says her one thing, and goes.
She's Danielle.
Daniel's been the best character of the whole thing.
That's actually true. No lines.
No.
Just scowled.
Stares jealously.
All right.
Most of the spectators are watching Chemo. Beetlejuice turns. Exterior, sea, day. Very different than exterior, beach, day.
Wait, Beetlejuice
Completely different scenery.
he just turns.
Chemo launches himself onto a wave. He surfs.
Fuck you.
Such amazing description. He surfs. He twists and turns the board, then hops up into a handstand. He does a series of press-ups on the speeding, bucking board, then flips onto his feet and performs a double cartwheel.
How do you have space for that on a board?
I mean, one cartwheel would be really, really iffy. But a double cartwheel? You're just in the ocean.
He's not even a ghost. He has no excuse.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's probably 6 feet tall. The board is 9 feet tall at the most. One cartwheel, if you take the circumference of a body with its arms and legs splayed out, has got to be 12 feet, right? Probably more.
Yeah. So, Jonathan Gems is as good at math as he is at writing.
He just doesn't understand anything. Like, if you picture someone doing a cartwheel and you think, 2 of those should fit on a surfboard, you should just retire from life. Just Robin Williams yourself.
Just swallow a fucking shotgun.
Too soon.
I know. I felt bad about it as soon as I said it. I loved him so much.
Just swallow a shotgun.
There you go. Curt yourself.
Yeah. Push it with your toe.
Myself today.
And that's how the song ends. Just right there.
Double cartwheel somehow. Exterior, beach, day. The spectators stand up and applaud. Yay. Amazed. Of course they're amazed. Yeah, you just broke every law of physics.
Yeah, you'd be amazed.
Close up, Beetlejuice. Outraged. Exterior, sea, day. Chemo almost loses balance coming out of a cartwheel, but regains control and goes into high speed through the tube.
Tube is in quotation marks.
By the way, this writer is British.
Really?
I discovered this.
It didn't show the name Gems. It's very British.
I would have assumed that was Jewish.
What'd you have?
They like money, and gems are money.
Exactly. It is in every satchel of Jew gold.
Exterior, beach, day. On the judges' platform, all except Lydia are glued to Chemo's performance. You gotta read all those commas. Exterior, C, day. Chemo speeds through the tube like a bullet. Tube is not in quotation marks here, so apparently...
Because he's introduced it to the American lexicon.
The other one was like a pretend tube. This is a real tube.
This is a proper one. This is a proper tube.
It's like one of those big construction concrete tubes, but it's like just floating on the water.
What do you think? Do we know what he's doing with his life now, this Jonathan Gems? Is he just like...
Nothing.
I looked him up and it said something about him being a playwright, so I imagine he's doing like sock puppet shows at a retirement home.
I would love to...
Chemo speeds through the tube like a bullet. Coming out the other side, his board leaves the water.
Does it?
Exterior, beach, day. The spectators gasp. This looks to be a spectacular wipeout!
The directions just suddenly take a fucking character spin.
Exterior, sea, day. But Chemo stays in control as the board hits the surf.
I don't know why, but I'm picturing that fucking three-headed...
The two-headed thing from the
Phantom
pod
Menace.
race?
Yeah, from Phantom Menace.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why. Damn
He
you,
twists
George.
the board confidently as he sweeps into the beach. Side note about that pod race scene.
Please, I'm taking
There's a really horrific side note. There's the one little guy that goes and like crashes into a stalagmite. Before the pod race starts, that two-headed announcer describes how his wife and 3 kids are there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's true.
And then he dies, and nobody says anything about it. And then Anakin's just all like, "Yippee!"
His family and everyone is sad.
So his wife and 3 kids just watched him die.
Yeah,
and
he gleefully announces it on the fucking...
They just glaze right over it, and then Jar Jar steps in some poop, and everybody laughs.
Yeah. Because Jar Jar is a funnier character than we've usually had. If we get Jar Jar working, he's the key to all this. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's a direct quote from George Lucas. Sorry to diverge. We really need to get through this script.
Jar's the key to all this.
But I just thought I would bring up the horror of that man's orphaned children.
This script wasn't bringing
To be fair, if you were 10 and some dude you just beat in a race died, you wouldn't be thinking about his family either. You'd be pretty pumped that you
But
won.
it's funny that they announced it in the fucking thing, like as part of their whole thing. He just made it, and there's his family.
I want to see George. I want to see the behind the scenes clip of George going. So we're going to introduce his family, and then when he explodes later, it's going to be really funny.
Yeah, it's a kids movie.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's something we throw in for the adults, because adults like really dark shit in their fun
So
race
this is
scene.
like we were already down in the dumps reading this fucking awful script, and you were like, the Phantom Menace.
Speaking of awful scripts.
Let's just bring us back to something happy that we love and enjoy.
Yeah, pissing all over the Phantom Menace. Which is... Wow, this music's perfect for dissing on the Phantom Menace.
He twists the board confidently as he sweeps into the beach.
Wait, where are we?
Exterior, beach, day. The spectators applaud vigorously. Angle on, judges' platform. Oh, we have a surfing in Japan! That's Mr. Yashimoto.
Is it really? Okay.
Is that so?
But he nearly came off. Doesn't that lose points?
Judge 2 is looking through his binoculars. It's not over yet! I don't know what happened there, sorry. It's not over yet!
Harvey Firestein apparently is a plan.
It's not over yet!
I better call my lawyer.
View through binoculars. Beetlejuice catches a wave. Exterior, sea, day. Beetlejuice leaps into the air, does a double somersault, and lands on the board. Then he grabs the sides of the board and somersaults with the board. It's all underlined.
Wow.
He goes into the quotation marks tube and disappears from view. He disappears on a long dark tube and he's never seen again.
Never seen again.
Then he bursts through the curling wall of water and surfs the top of the wave, performing a series of Michael Jackson-style moonwalking steps on the fast-moving board.
Jesus.
You could just say he moonwalks.
You could. Everyone would picture Michael Jackson if you just said moonwalking.
Yeah. Come
Jonathan.
on, asshead. Then he flips
He's
over.
the bloody king of pop, he is. We'll
Then
think
he
of
flips over and surfs on his head! Exclamation point. It's like he's reading this to a 4-year-old.
It's like he was pitching this to the studio and he just left the recorder on and then just transcribed it.
All of that is going to be in the movie.
In the final movie.
Exterior beach day.
Gremlins 2.
The spectators are too stunned to applaud. Exterior sea. They're too stunned to applaud. Oh.
And just stand there with their mouths open.
Agape.
Agape. Agape.
Exterior sea day. Beetlejuice surfs down the breaking wave
thank you for
into the
clarifying.
churning surf.
I thought he was the type to surf up. Because you can do that.
Only to shoot up a second later into the air. Launched like a missile, he flies towards the beach.
A missile.
Well, he's British, so
Yeah, no, I
figured
got
I'd
it.
say it the way he would.
I'm just, noting.
Exterior beach day. The spectators scatter as Beetlejuice hits the beach at speed and snowboards, in quotation marks, through the sand to the foot of the judges' platform.
Aloha!
Exterior beach day. Later. Chemo, Morose, and the unhappy beatniks leave the beach. Okay.
The unhappy beatnik.
Chemo, Morose, and the unhappy beatniks is the new best band name.
That's so true, though.
Angle on judges' platform. By the way, beatniks aren't really known for their happiness. So I feel like they're just beatniks at this point, finally.
They don't have beatniks in England, apparently.
Or anywhere. They're an extinct species.
They never had them in England.
I mean, there are more disco goddesses alive today than beatniks.
Boogie Nights.
Angle on judges' platform. The platform is surrounded by spectators. Lydia holds the award, a small silver model of the main hotel building. Beetlejuice steps up. She presents him with the award and kisses him. Everyone applauds.
She's chosen well.
You have chosen poorly. Yeah, the old dude from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Mr. Yashimoto.
Charles... No, that would have been... You have chosen a poorly. Because, I just think of the Trade Federation. To bring it back to Phantom Menace, like we should. Charles nods in a reluctant assent. Oh, that's right. Lydia's still under the love spell. Interior lobby. Tiki Casino. Day. Hula Hut. Tiki Casino. Please kill me now. A few tourists drift into the Tiki Casino. The entrance is flanked by 2 demonic island statuettes. Interior
What is
Tiki
this, the haunted
Casino.
mansion?
Interior Tiki Casino day. A few matrons are playing the slots. Beyond them are the gaming tables, blackjack, roulette, etc. I don't want to list
I
things
don't
right
have
now.
things. I don't make lists. What is this?
He does though.
Exactly.
Like I don't know if you remember Trevor. You don't.
I don't
But
remember
earlier in the
Trevor.
script, he was describing the the fish life, the sea life
I do remember
around
that,
Hawaii,
yeah.
and it was just like this interminably long list
Fried shrimp.
of every
Fried shrimp, poke shrimp.
of every sort of sea life around Hawaii. It read like fucking Leviticus.
Read a lot of Leviticus, do you?
Hey man, I know my Bible. You got to know how to argue against ignorance. For all our Christian listeners, sorry if I offended you.
Hey, Josh Whedon just showed up.
I'm Josh Whedon.
I show up at Table Read Podcast.
A few matrons are playing the slots.
Sensitive Joss Whedon, by the way. SJW. Bum, bum, bum.
Go ahead, hit it. You can do it. Interior Tiki Lounge day. A crowd is gathered, sitting at a long bar and at tables in an area done up Hawaiian style with fake palm trees, statues of hula girls, and a large Polynesian
Hawaiian
canoe.
style is not fake palm trees. Hawaiian style is real palm trees.
Well, they're inside though. You gotta,
Shame.
I'm gonna let that one slide.
All right, fine.
Though to say that something called the Tiki Lounge in Hawaii is decorated Hawaiian
Exactly.
style is a bit
Silly
Yeah.
and needless.
On the stage are chairs, a piano, and some musical instruments waiting for the musicians to return. Again, don't feel like listing shit.
Nope, not my
Just
thing.
some instruments. There's maybe a steel drum,
A banjo.
and a harp.
A mouth harp.
There's a hammer dulcimer.
There's a washboard.
A theremin. Cat of nine tails. any musical instruments will be fine.
Yeah, just some shit, you know.
We don't need to list.
There's a tuba.
We don't need to get into specifics in the script.
On the stage are chairs, a piano, and some musical instruments waiting for the musicians to return. Standing at the microphone is Larry Wasteland.
Who's Larry again? Remind me.
Larry Wasteland is the EPA guy
I wish I could do
that
William
is
Atherton.
Charles's friend.
I wish I knew how to do William Atherton's voice from Ghostbusters.
It's not a hard voice, it's just
Well,
not that unique. Besides, you've established this guy is Larry Fine.
I know. Yeah. I think Charlie is gonna be very much an asset both to me and to Kanuka and himself as time progresses.
Can you do Larry Fine without sounding drunk?
No, Larry couldn't do Larry without sounding drunk.
Okay.
By the way, did you know that he wrote his life story after he had a stroke and he called it Stroke of Luck?
That's
Isn't
amazing.
that great? Yeah. I love Larry. All right. Charlie Dietz brings a certain style with him that's good. It's polished, it's smooth, it's popular, and I think it's ultimately gonna make him successful in Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Dietz.
I feel like your last episode, your Larry was better.
Yeah, well,
You'll warm into it.
I don't think Larry's coming back. I think something bad's gonna happen to Larry.
He steps back, clapping. The audience applauds. Charles steps out of the shadows to the microphone. Thank you, Larry.
Somebody get me a whore.
Well, first, I'd like to thank all of you freeloaders for making it over here today. Laughter and applause. And I'd like to thank my wife, Delia, who has helped to put this very special gala day together. And we should all thank her for her work on the environment. The audience applaud.
Yay.
Close on, table near the stage. Delia is sitting with the glassy-eyed Lydia and Beetlejuice.
Lydia's high.
People at surrounding tables smile and nod.
Yay.
Delia nods back graciously. And I hope you all got your tickets for the banquet. Three photographers and 2 camera crews are filming at the foot of the small stage. I think I can safely say that it's going to be humongous.
The beginning of that sounded like Gilbert Godfrey.
There will be great music. We have Wayne Newton. We have all the best people. Applause.
Yay.
We have 4 different bands. Fabulous food. A tribal chieftain from Sarawak will carve exotic meats to the rhythm of drummers imported from Africa. Incredible acrobats from,
Africa has the best
from
drummers.
Poland. Exotic dancers from Vegas.
But then they all have to leave.
Applause.
We'll deport each and every one.
Yay.
But alas, that's one thing Trump would never say.
No, ever.
I have to leave now to perform a sad duty.
Duty.
Something every father knows will happen someday. I have to give away my daughter in marriage.
Aww.
I always hoped she would save herself for me.
Grab him by the pussy.
Huge applause.
Yay. Yay.
Lydia, she's here somewhere. Lydia, come on up here and bring that good-for-nothing rascal with you. Angle on Delia's table.
This is so embarrassing.
Come on, don't be shy. The audience laughs and applauds. Beetlejuice and Lydia head for the stage. My daughter Lydia, ladies and gentlemen, and my future son-in-law, oil king and surf champion, Monty Exxon.
Monty Exxon's Flying Circus.
The camera crews and photographers film them. Beetlejuice and Lydia get up on stage, diffidently bowing and smiling. Why do I sound different now? What did you do?
I just brought you down a little bit so there's no more echo.
Okay. I feel like the echo is coming from your always overly loud mic.
That's why I turned mine down too. Stop giving the board and audio advice.
Well, if you were good at it.
I'd be better at it if you shut up.
Exterior. If I shut up, then
If
there's
you shut
nothing
up,
for you
If you
to
shut
mic.
up, then exactly. That's the point.
Exterior. Hotel grounds, dusk.
Explain the joke to me.
A group of guests pass a pool and jacuzzis and a sign saying Wellness and Fitness Center. 2 Hawaiians are cleaning up the pool. Across the courtyard, 2 carpenters on ladders are hanging a sign. Joy... I quit.
Joy Discotheque.
Discotheque. So we've established that this guy
But he doesn't
has referred to ghetto blasters and swing music and beatniks.
But he spells it the British way, discotheque.
Right, and beatniks and just all these things that don't fucking exist anymore. And even at the time that this was written, there was a phrase that existed, which was called dead as disco.
Yeah.
You would say something was dead as disco to say that something
If it was dead.
so incredibly out of fashion.
Maybe that memo hadn't hit Hawaii yet.
It'd be like back then.
Or
Back then,
LA.
we would have said things like, "Dude, Nicole Brown Simpson is dead as disco," because OJ was a thing that just happened. So this guy throws in a fucking discotheque. I'm so just
Wait, what year was this written?
like 93. Which might still have been like a year away from the OJ thing. I think that was 94, but still, the point... Okay. 2 carpenters on ladders are hanging a sign, Joy Discotheque. The guests gather outside the entrance of the Golden Dollar Ballroom. Interior ballroom dusk. The ballroom has been set for a wedding with rows of seats.
Speaking of ballroom, how about these briefs I'm wearing? Oy vey.
I can hear you chewing. Please stop. It's disgusting. Please, Trevor, come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one that says that eating on a podcast does not make for good audio.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I'm telling you to do that, yes. I'm telling you to do as you say, not as you do. Not as you are currently doing.
Then I was doing right by that. I was doing what I say, not as I do.
No, you aren't. Interior ballroom dress. The ballroom has been set for a wedding with rows of seats, a center aisle, and flower arrangements. There are about 30 guests, all standing. Not buying any fucking chairs. In the front row are Charles, Delia, Yashimoto, Wayne, and Larry. That would be Wayne Newton. Also present are 4 ushers, 2 camera crews, 3 photographers, and Bahuga.
What's
Yay,
a wedding without
Bahuga?
Bahuga?
I want a Bahuga for my wedding. Back in time. I gotta go back in time for that, I guess. In front of an inappropriate mural of Captain Cook being killed by the Hawaiians, that would be very inappropriate, yes, stands the minister, book open, reading the marriage text. Before him are Lydia and Beetlejuice.
You want me to be the minister?
I know what you're gonna do.
What am I going to do?
You're gonna do Peter Cook.
I could.
Do Princess Bride.
That's Peter Cook.
Do it.
Yeah.
I approve.
Marriage. Into this holy estate, these 2 persons present come to be joined. And if... I need more.
You need more lisp.
And if there be anyone here who maintains that this man or this woman should not be united in holy matrimony. I sound like Madeline Kahn.
Chemo bursts out of the congregation. It's a trick! He hypnotized her!
It's a trap!
Chemo hurries down the aisle. Beetlejuice raises an innocent eyebrow. Charles motions to Bahuga. Get him out! Get him out! He's a warlock! Bahuga rushes at Chemo and grabs him.
You made no differentiation between the 2 voices there. That was Charles and Chemo. Get him out! He's a warlock!
Get him out! He's a warlock!
That's better.
Bahuga rushes at Chemo and grabs him. She's not in her right mind! Look at her! Bahuga manhandles him out of a side door. The guests quieten down.
Yeah, that's English.
Quieten down.
Quieten down.
Close on, Delia.
Warlock indeed.
May we continue with the service?
So, continuing on, if there be anyone here who maintains that this woman and...
The main doors slam open. Otho, wrapped in bandages in a wheelchair, charges in.
As one does in wheelchairs.
Yeah, you charge in. He points accusingly at Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice nods at him. Close on, Otho. His bandages fly up and wrap themselves around his face and mouth. His wheelchair goes over.
Why don't you just say that Beetlejuice makes his... Like, why do you have to... Alright, I'm sorry, I hate his directions.
Otho!
Delia, Charles, and the ushers run to him. What are you doing here?
You should be in bed.
They set his wheelchair upright. Otho's tongue grows out of his mouth and flaps against his chin.
Ugh.
This man is sick. To ushers, take him back to the medical center.
What's wrong with him?
The ushers wheel him out, watched by the bewildered guests. Charles and Delia return to their places.
I think it's drugs.
I'm extremely sorry about these interruptions. Minister?
Let him speak now, or forever hold his peace.
The minister looks around for a second, as if expecting a hiatus. There is none, so he goes on. Well, hold on. This guy does not know what a hiatus is.
No.
He's expecting a hiatus. Nothing happens. So there was no hiatus? I feel like he got his hiatus if nothing happened.
You use that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Monty Exxon, do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife, to live together in sickness and in health?
Stop the wedding. He's already married.
The minister drops his book. You know who that is, right?
Apparently it's Betty Boop.
I bet it's Rita.
Rita, his girlfriend.
According to this, it is not.
Oh, well. The minister drops his book. Beetlejuice turns and freezes in horror. Coming down the aisle is a beautiful woman, Gala. Really?
Lady Gala.
Accompanied by a posse of extinct animals. Oh, this is the lady from the Garden of Eden. This is the same woman seen earlier in the Garden of Eden. Okay, I guess I could have just read that. Oh Jesus! Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting. This. Can I say it now?
Yep.
God damn it, Mom! What are you doing here?
I'm saving your neck. You signed a binding contract, you idiot.
So what? I'll be mortal.
For how long? Life is only rented. Do you want to spend eternity in the Gray Bar Motel?
Beetlejuice is crushed. He stares at his feet. Gala produces a lily flower and puts it to Lydia's lips. She drinks the nectar.
I am Gala, the game warden, as well as being this poor boy's mother.
Whoa, hold on. She's a game warden? Aren't game wardens supposed to keep the animals under their care alive? How come all her animals are extinct?
Because she's the afterlife game warden.
She's terrible. She's just bad at her job.
Or she's the best at her job because they haven't become extant.
They haven't become what now?
Extant? It's the opposite of extinct. Science.
I thought you were mispronouncing extinct.
Sure.
I misheard you.
Joke's on you.
All right, go on. Read your line.
And I'm telling you now, this mass genocide of plants and animals has got to stop. It's up to 4 species a day now. 4 species a day are being extincted. I'm fairly certain that one's not a word. How can you allow it?
Everyone takes a hiatus.
Oh my God.
No, they don't. Everyone looks at her and the extinct animals, dumbfounded. Lydia wakens from the spell of the love potion.
What is wrong with you people?
Gala raises her arms in the air.
For God's sake, for your own sake, have pity.
Gala and the extinct animals disappear. The guests are perplexed. You know, this guy has made a really subtle environmental message into this movie.
Very subtle.
I mean, people years from now are going to look back and go, wow, it's amazing how he wove in such poignant social messaging seamlessly.
This was ahead of its time for 1994. I mean, it was hack even then.
Larry.
What? Where am I?
The part where it says Larry.
Oh. The guests are perplexed. You said that already?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hey, Mo, how'd she do that?
Incredible. By the way, I really want to point this out to you guys. Look at that word carefully.
Incredible.
He actually wrote the racism in there.
He wrote incredible.
Yeah.
What a shithead.
Yeah.
Was that your mother?
No, just call her mom, because...
That's a sex thing. Yeah, it's one for the money.
I don't get it. Oh, God.
Two for the show.
Because that's it. Oh,
yeah, it's going to happen.
What's going on?
3 to get ready.
Oh, my God.
And 4 to...
Beetlejuice's head grows suddenly as big as the wall.
Go!
The horrified guests make for the exit.
Oh, Jesus, here it comes. I heard about this part of the script where he becomes Jucifer. Yes.
Horrendous voice. Put your best demon on it.
I am Jucifer, destroyer of worlds, leave or perish!
Screaming, the guests scramble out of the ballroom. Exterior.
I think this music is not appropriate for me taking over the world and fiery death and all that. There we go. Dark skies of doom. There we go.
He's all like, we are the dark overlords of the universe. Exterior, hotel on Ocean Terrace, day. Oh man, I can't do that dark overlords of the universe voice anymore. That fucked me up.
Fucked you up. I'm the one who had to do it.
No, the one that I just did. Oh, okay. Which was, Jeffrey Jones in
and Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guests, tourists, and Hawaiians pour down the front steps of the hotel.
Bill Paxton died.
Yeah. The cars turn into... I kind of want to send him a text message that just says, hey, we'll miss you, Bill, so his family can see it and be all...
Or you can be one of the like 1 or 2 people that send him the text, game over, man.
Yeah, no one
would do that. No. You'd be original.
I would probably get a text back like, this is Bill's wife. What the actual fuck?
You think that's funny? I haven't stopped sobbing for 3 days, and then I have to see this shit.
I always feel bad when a celebrity dies, and there's some, really poignant tribute to them, like a single line. Like when Douglas Adams died, and someone was like, so long and thanks for all the fish. And I was like, fuck! Yeah. Why didn't that pop in my head? Or when Bill Paxton died, someone was like, game over, man. I was like, fuck!
You didn't think of that?
No. I was just like, oh shit, I knew that guy a little bit, and he's dead.
It's because you're not clever.
That's not why he's not clever. There's so many other reasons.
But, yeah, I always am like, fuck, why wasn't that?
I'm sorry to bring it down again. Should we talk about the Phantom Menace?
Sure. Do you have a straight razor?
No, I have a gay razor. It smells really bad.
Do you feel good about that?
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
You really shouldn't.
It's gay. That's my point. It prefers the company of other razors.
You cannot dig your way out of it. It was bad, Trevor. It was bad. Own up to it.
It wasn't bad.
It was bad.
No, it wasn't.
It was bad.
It wasn't bad.
It would be a dad joke if dads were able to make jokes that bad.
Oh, no, all day long they make bad jokes like that.
No, not that bad.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's worse than a dad joke.
See, now you're just being extremist.
Allah Akbar, motherfucker.
Guys, we can only put off Jucifer for so long.
You're being sensitive Joss Whedon.
I don't know what you're doing. By the way, guys,
we should eventually explain that.
That's a reference to another podcast with a very similar title to ours called Table Read. It is at tablereadpodcast.com.
It's not that similar to this one.
The title is similar, I said.
Okay. Oh, you did say
it's
that.
one letter off. I'd call that pretty similar.
Okay.
It's at tablereadpodcast.com. Just leave that S out. I did not find it very funny, but looking through the guy's site, apparently they do a feature-length table read, and he writes the whole script the night before, which is probably why it's not as funny as it could be. But I really respect him for writing a feature-length...
The song is funny.
A feature-length piece of shit right before the thing.
The intro song is
And they
funny.
have a great intro song, and he has this great video on the homepage of his site that sort of introduces what they're all about. He's sitting at a desk, and he picks up the phone and he goes, "Tell them they're all fired." And then he hangs up the phone,
Yes.
and he types vigorously, and then he looks at the camera and goes, "Oh! This website is for a podcast." And then he looks back and he picks up the phone and he says, "Yes!" And then it's over. It's 18 seconds long. And that
18.
video made me love that guy.
18 very well spent seconds, I would say.
That video made me love that guy, so I think
It works.
everybody should go listen to his podcast. The last episode of which was an Avengers parody, guest starring Joss Whedon, which is, the host of the show doing that voice.
Even though he wrote it, not Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Moving on. Screaming back into the hotel. Interior Tiki Casino Lobby Day. The two wooden demon statuettes come to life and enter the casino. Please tell me they just go gamble.
No, you missed a part that's very important.
Car wolves.
Car wolves.
Oh, the cars turn into metal wolves. Some people run into the woods chased by the car wolves. Others run screaming back into the hotel. Sorry. The two wooden demon statuettes come to life and enter the casino. Dude,
Who knew they were going to come to life? I thought they were going to pass them and nothing would be
literally,
made of
if
it.
those two tiki statuettes go in and just start playing roulette, that will redeem a good portion of the script. Because I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
A group of matrons are playing the slots. The two demon statuettes come up behind them. They scream and run. The statuettes do?
No, yeah, exactly. It's not worded very well.
Pronoun trouble.
It's not he doesn't have to shoot you now.
If he doesn't have to shoot me now.
I say he does have to shoot me now.
Shoot me now!
Not again.
Exterior Hotel Courtyard Day. Charles, Delia, Wayne Newton, Yashimoto, and Larry run into the courtyard.
It's a great group. Delia.
Oh, sorry.
She was just staring at me. What's going on, girl?
It's Beetlejuice.
I know!
Oh, apparently he's Christopher Lloyd.
I know!
Great Scott.
Interior Ballroom Day. Beetlejuice, back to normal, sits on the wedding dais. Dais. I hate that word.
I always say dais too, for what it's worth.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I feel way better now.
2 out of 3. Sorry, Trevor.
I'm just over here being right.
2 out of 3, we clearly overrule the laws of English.
Yeah, because this guy is English, so therefore.
Yeah, you don't pronounce everything right.
Nope.
Flossing his teeth. Plaster dust falls from the ceiling. The big chandelier comes loose and falls. Then the roof blows off.
Maybe Sia was on it.
Exterior Hotel Courtyard and Sky. Day. The air is full of falling debris. Charles, Delia, Larry, Wayne, and Yashimoto take cover. Angle on Sky. Storm clouds gather. The sky darkens. Exterior Hotel and Marina. Dark day.
Not to be confused with night.
It's a special day at the hotel.
It's dark day afternoon.
Yeah.
Guests and tourists are getting into boats and casting off. Some dive into the water. Chemo pushes through the panicked crowd looking for Lydia.
That girl he cheated on.
With a cactus.
With a cactus.
With a tree named
With
Cactus.
a damn fine cactus.
Apparently. Exterior Hotel Courtyard, dark day. What the hell is happening? The wall of the ballroom begins to collapse.
It's the island. It's spooked. It's a holy island. We never should have let you build here. I'm warning you.
Does this mean the gig's off? I don't know what the fuck Wayne Newton sounds like.
Definitely, you're over manlifying it, dude. It's like, in fact, Kelly should do the voice. I almost called you Katie.
Wow.
She hasn't even looked anything up this episode.
I know, but yeah, you should do Wayne Newton's voice.
I don't even know who Wayne Newton is.
Oh, fuck you.
Musical, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's
like a Vegas country crooner.
Darling, Donka Shane.
The wall crashes. Everything is obscured by dust. Interior, wrecked ballroom. Dark day. Beetlejuice. Ooh, I want to watch the Beetlejuice movie, Mom. Beetlejuice holds his forehead and concentrates hard.
What? I know, I get it, but... Ugh.
That's the best, yeah.
I know, I get it, but ugh.
Exterior, Easter Island, day. Easter Island?
Yeah, well, they're just there now.
You know that's not really very
Anywhere
near there.
Yeah.
It's like 4,000 miles away, probably. A group of tourists are being shown around the Easter Island heads by a tour guide. Yeah, that's what they're called, the Easter Island heads. Don't fucking look anything up, asshole. To the consternation of the tourists, the heads start to move. They run for cover as the heads pull themselves out of the ground, revealing themselves as buried giants, which back then, probably this guy was like, wouldn't that be funny? But fun fact, everybody, all those heads have bodies under the ground. They really, truly do. Exterior, Hotel Beach, dark day.
Dark day.
On the beach, tourists start packing up their things. So, huge panic, and they're like, oh, have you seen my socks? Waiters, chair stewards, and ice cream salespeople look at the darkening sky and the commotion at the ocean terrace and the marina. Behind them, the skeletons of a Stegosaurus, a pterodon, and a Neanderthal man break out from under the beach. Because they would just all be right there together.
This is like, Flintstones fucking science. Like the man, Cro-Magnon man and the dinosaurs live together in harmony. And
Well, maybe they died killing each other, to be fair.
Maybe this guy's just a creationist.
Okay, well then he should definitely.
As if Jonathan Gems couldn't get worse.
A kid turns, sees them, and pulls his mother's hand. Mom! Exterior, ocean terrace, dark day. Chemo sees Lydia coming out of the hotel. Lydia! He runs to her.
Chemo!
Chemo! Hey. I can't bother to fucking pretend to care about you, Chemo.
I did try to drown you.
Are you alright?
What's going on?
I don't know.
I can't make heads or tails of this script.
Something is scaring the shit out of these people.
Beetlejuice.
Eh?
Why is it taking everyone like 30 pages to just say Beetlejuice 3 times?
Yeah. Well, because this is a poorly written script.
Yes.
True. I'm expecting too much.
Like, Delia's like, it's Beetlejuice!
And Charles is just
And Charles is like, I know. Why is he like, hey, that's a good point. Why don't you say that a couple more times, you fucking ditzy bitch?
You're always repeating shit anyway to me in my fucking ear, everything over and over again. Why don't you repeat this?
know how to get rid of him. The first movie hinged on the fact that those people did not know how to get rid of him.
And even, well...
At this point, they know how to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Lex Luthor fighting Superman, and he's just like, I got this, like, fucking box full of kryptonite, like, with me right now, but nah.
I want to arm wrestle him instead.
I want to, like, just punch him to death.
Yeah, which is impossible, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Or I'll just run away from him. Fuck the kryptonite, I'll just run.
It's like in Holy Grail. Would it help to confuse him if I ran away more?
Interior, Hula Restaurant, dark day. The ancient Hawaiians are playing drafts. Remember, these are the guys that tried to hire Beetlejuice in the beginning. They're ghosts.
Yes.
Kulau is at the window. He started. About time. They all have the same voice. I don't give a shit.
And they look exactly the same.
Yeah, they're just fat Samoan dudes. Pretty much.
Samoan dudes.
Yeah. Exterior, Easter Island.
They got a weight problem. What's he going to do? He's Samoan.
Back to Easter Island now. Day. The Easter Island giants are now... I thought that he was being racist again.
Yeah.
Giants!
Giants.
Are now fully out of the sand. because they're in sand. It's not grass and dirt. It's just like they're on a beach. This guy doesn't fucking know anything about anyone.
He doesn't even know like what he's seen in other movies.
I mean, it's like he kisses her on the cheek, his nose rubbing her clitoris. What?
Oh, God.
Which cheek is he talking about?
Yeah, with this one on the face. The tour guide and tourists lie flat on their stomachs behind a sand dune. There aren't sand dunes by those heads, guys. There just aren't. It's like, okay, Mr. English guy, I know you're listening. It's like saying that someone's hiding behind a sand dune and looking at Stonehenge.
Yeah.
It's just
or
so
Niagara,
you know
Niagara
how wrong you
Falls.
are. I mean, he's been to Stonehenge. He's English.
Yeah. And
like, they all go there for their bar mitzvahs, right?
he's like, I put on my snowshoes and climbed up to see Niagara Falls. It's like, no, dude, there's no fucking snow anywhere near, like right outside Niagara Falls.
Really? It's on the Canadian border.
Yeah, but think about it. Won't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and that's a
Or, you
terrible
know what?
example. It's just
No,
it's
I
just
actually know
horrible.
3 Brits, and none of them have been to Stonehenge.
Really?
Yeah.
They're fake Brits. They're lying to you.
They just, don't travel.
We got fucking lied to when we went there.
Oh, well, this is before the internet, so he didn't have
Yeah.
anything better to do.
That's true. That's true.
In fact, you know what? I saw Stonehenge the year this was written. So, and I thought we were going to...
Did you see Jonathan Gems there?
Because if I had, I would have kicked him in the balls.
Because you would have.
I would have known. I would have been.
Yeah, it would have been an intuition.
You would have been. I'm like, you're doing something with.
You are gonna ruin 8 hours of my life.
You're fucking up one of my childhood loves right now. I just know you are somehow.
Dead.
Yep.
They're hiding behind the sand dunes on Easter Island. I mean, there might be at the edges. There might be sand dunes, but not where the heads are. Who would bury a statue on the beach where the tide comes in? God, just everything about this man annoys me. Sand dune. The tour guide pokes up his head to look. His POV: the Easter Island island giants assemble in a ring and grasp each other's hands and disappear.
Bum bum bum.
I think he thinks that Easter Island is a Hawaiian island.
I genuinely think he does too.
Exterior golf course, dark day. Dark clouds scud across the sky.
Ew.
The Easter Island Giants, which sounds like a sports team now, appear on the golf course, get their bearings, and head for the hotel. Exterior hotel grounds, dark day. Charles, Delia, Yashimoto, Larry, and Wayne. See, he likes to list things. Hurry through the hotel grounds, their clothes torn and dusty. For some reason.
We gotta start making calls for help.
The phones are out. The Neanderthal skeleton comes out from behind a building. Oh my god.
That was Wayne.
That was Wayne, yeah. Everyone's... Yeah, I don't know what any Wayne sounds like. I was thinking maybe I could do him as Wayne...
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. Or you can do him as...
Well, then I would just put on my best white voice, which is what I'm already doing.
Yeah. You can do Bruce Wayne from Gotham as a little kid, but he knows everything. He speaks like an adult.
Just like David Mizzou's that shit up.
Yeah.
Everyone scatters, leaving Delia frozen with fear, alone. The Neanderthal skeleton grabs Delia and carries her off.
Ah!
Delia! Interior ballroom, dark day.
Concern.
Beetlejuice is sitting on top of one of the broken ballroom windows. The mind cloud is above his head. Oh, by the way, I went back and re-listened to all the episodes and found that every time this mind cloud shows up, I read it in a different voice.
Yeah, we can never remember what you did for it.
And now I remember all of them, so I'm going to do none of them. I'm going to just keep up the mind cloud has a different voice every time theme. The mind cloud is above his head.
Life sucks.
Oh, do you get this? Everybody, this is a callback, because the first time the mind cloud appeared, Beetlejuice was all, death sucks.
I see. And now he's
like, life sucks.
Life sucks.
It's deep, see?
Can you give me some echo?
Deep like a paper cut. Here you go.
Why don't you just kill them all?
Well, Bobcat Goldthwait, and I never have any luck in the mortal world.
If you had to go back, why should they get to stay?
Yeah.
Exterior, Old Hawaiian Village, dark day. Mr. Maui, covered in birds, stands outside his hut, surrounded by nervous-looking Hawaiians from the hotel. He is talking to Kimo and Lydia. We will do the ceremony to ask the gods forgiveness. It was terrible, I'm sorry. Like it started off Rafiki and ended Apu.
But
Hold on, I want to read it again.
Okay.
We will do the ceremony to ask the gods forgiveness.
But shouldn't you go up the volcano?
No. Pele will protect us. And the animals? Mr. Maui nods. Go, quickly! He turns to the Hawaiians. Kimo and Lydia run off to find a soccer player, apparently. Pele, because...
Yeah, we got it.
Exterior hotel, dark day. The Easter Island Giants are smashing up the hotel. Can't trust those basketball teams. Interior ballroom, dark day. Beetlejuice turns into a giant death's head moth and flies out through the hole in the roof. Do you know why he turned into a death's head moth?
Why?
Because the Silence of the Lambs had just come out.
Of course.
Fuck you, guy. I mean, just really, fuck you. Fuck
you.
Everything about you. Fuck your family. Fuck your kids and your mom and your fucking second cousin who was born in Germany but moved to Ireland when he was 6. Fuck everybody you've ever met.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't like this guy.
You don't care for him. Is that true? All that stuff about moving to Germany?
I don't know.
Because you said you looked up some stuff about him. I was just like,
Yeah,
maybe.
all I found out is he's apparently a playwright.
He's a play wrong.
That's
Piece of
also
shit.
true. And a bad joke again.
Did you look up any of his plays?
No.
So it's alleged that he's a playwright.
He wrote a screenplay.
Then that's...
And then just went around telling everybody, I'm a screenwriter. He probably wears a scarf at the pool and like sunglasses. And was like,
Excuse you, it's an ascot.
Did we...
no, he wears a scarf.
Did we already make the joke on a previous episode that the only dialogue that he kept in from Mars Attacks was ack.
Yes.
Okay. That was the joke we made about him. All right. I associate everything with jokes. Like, if you want me to remember some shit from like a previous episode, be like, then we made fun of his stupid pants. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now.
Well, when
pants scene.
Beetlejuice said death sucks, you were like, fuck you, movie.
Yeah, I'm done with. Yeah, I was done pretty early on.
Oh no, you said, before you read it, you went, oh fuck this line.
I really got to stop reading ahead.
Yeah. I mean, well, sometimes you're about to read it and you're just like, oh god.
I like Otho's line that I have coming up.
He's a death's head moth. Stop that. Exterior, road, dark day. The beatniks come out of the woods and onto the road. 2 car wolves charge them, snarling and snapping. They escape back into the woods. And they're rescued by the Whomping Willow. Exterior, jungle, dark day.
By the way, we're on 57 minutes.
Thank Jesus. Exterior, jungle, dark day. Delia is chased by the Neanderthal skeleton.
The Neanderthal?
That's how it's pronounced. Yeah. The beetle moth appears overhead. Close on, beetle moth. Its eyes pulsate and a slug of green slime spurts from its mouth. You're not using slug right. Landing on the Neanderthal skeleton, which turns into flesh and blood. Exterior, hotel and sky, dark day. The Easter Island Giants are smashing up the hotel. Yeah, we established this. The hotel helicopter comes into view. Go up the volcano! Everybody must go up the volcano! Close on helicopter. Lydia and Kimo are leaning out. Kimo is yelling through a megaphone. Go up the volcano! Exterior, edge of golf course, day. Otho, bandages trailing, is up a tree. Because he was in a wheelchair, so of course he can climb a tree. 2 demon statuettes are
cartoon
trying
logic.
to get him. He kicks one off. The other sinks its teeth into his leg.
Arg!
Exterior, jungle and cave entrance. Dark day. The Neanderthal carries the terrified Delia into a cave.
We all know what happens here.
Exterior, lagoon shore. Dark day. Hold on. I think I want to go to where it says pterodon skeleton, and then we'll stop.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Exterior, lagoon shore, dark day. Guests, tourists, and some Hawaiians are being threatened by the Stegosaurus skeleton. Beetle moth flies over the trees and gobs.
Beetle moth.
It becomes flesh and blood. People run off in all directions. From the herbivore. The helicopter appears above the lagoon. Close on, helicopter. Lydia is leaning out with a megaphone.
Go up the volcano. Everybody go up the volcano as high as you can.
You know, if you go as high as you can, then you're not going up the volcano, you're going in the volcano.
I mean, it worked for Frodo, so.
This is just terrible.
It's not just terrible, it's also horrible and awful and
Close on, beetle
clunky.
moth.
What's she talking about?
Should I do something different for the moth?
No.
Okay.
Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Exterior, edge of golf course, dark day. Otho, in tree, shakes the demon statuette off his leg. Then his mouth drops open. Coming toward him is the pterodon skeleton.
Fade out.
Yeah, I was hoping you would have done it like way before that.
But it's such a groovy tune.
So, I mean, at least it became a Beetlejuice movie.
In what respects?
In the respect that Beetlejuice fucking, like, went all out and was tearing shit up.
As a moth
Who gobs?
Well, yeah.
from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, well, he can make his mom's pets extant.
Yeah, his mom's in this fucking picture too.
So now she is terrible at her job.
If he makes them extant, yeah. If he makes them extant, yes.
And he did. He brought the Neanderthal to life. He brought the Stegosaurus to life. It's only a matter of time before he gets that pterodon. Yeah. It's got an H. It looks like Neanderthal, but it is Neanderthal.
You can see the skepticism.
I can. And you can see the confidence that I know what I'm
That's
talking
true.
about.
I can.
Doesn't mean you're right.
Well, we'll look it up, won't we?
I don't
We
care.
sure will. 2 minutes.
So anyway,
Yeah, I was going to do it, but we have Katie.
I want to say this right now while Katie's looking stuff up for us. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
You should go to the Table Reads podcast, everybody, because Sean really did a number on that fucker. Made it look.
That sounds like I fucked it up.
No, I mean a good number. A good number. What's a good number? 69? You 69 the hell out of that website.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Well, the point is that it's functional and it looks good.
Update.
Why thank you.
Update. It is Neanderthal, most prominently in English.
What'd I tell
but
you?
Neanderthal in German.
Ah, German. We're not in Germany.
Well, scientists always say Neanderthal.
And
Are they
where's it
German?
gotten them? What have they done that's so great? Fucking scientists. So, what do we have to promote or plug? Kelly's what are you? A model citizen.
That's me.
You're on Instagram.
I am at K Leviay, KayLeviay. Come see my pretty pictures.
And Sean will be appearing. Where will you be appearing, Sean?
I will be.
Your plugs.
I'll be at the Laugh Factory on April 2nd. I got the table reads thing is really like what I've been focusing on. I'm going to try to blog more on tablereadspodcast.com because we got a blog there now. I think maybe like every once in a while, just to like help cleanse people's palates, we'll post like a good script for them to read. We're not going to read it. What's the point of reading a good script?
Learning what good scripts are.
You know, I feel like I hate our listeners, so I really want them to read something good so that they can get as much pain out of this podcast as we do.
I don't think that's possible.
We're really glad to have you here, Kelly.
Also listen to our other podcast, Touche El Douche, where most recently, the podcast that burns every bridge.
And sometimes boxes.
And sometimes literal, ex-love boxes. Oh my god, dude, I need to take a picture of the of what's left, or just like a little ash that's there, because it's just...
I did.
It's so fucking like... I mean, that fucker burned exactly the way you want something to burn. There's like nothing left.
When you pee. That's how you want it to burn.
Oh my god, you're fucking fired. Alright, anything else? Anyone
no, let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, let's get the fuck out. See you next time, folks.
The voice of Table Reads is Art Carlson. Hey, that's kind of meta. This podcast was created by Sean McBee and produced by Ferris